Hi beauties, welcome to my channel, HI Beauty by Julia. I'm Julia and I'm your virtual beauty therapist. I have been beauty therapist for over 10 years now. This is my job, this is my passion, and I love doing it. So today I wanted to talk with you about Dermaroller, and I have quite a strong opinion about this. And if you're wondering, should you do it by yourself at home, my very strong opinion is no. If you already bought a device, or you are going to buy one, or you are considering to go and have a consultation, in all of those cases, I do hope you stay and watch this video, because I have been doing microneedling for a few years now, so I have experience and I'm qualified as well to do it. That's why I wanted to do this video and explain you where you should not be doing it. Obviously, if you want to go and have it, there's things that you might expect. You will definitely have a consultation, but I think it will be useful for you to answer to quite a few of the questions that you might have, and I'm aiming to do so in this video. This treatment is also called collagen induction therapy. It's not so often you find it under this name in UK, but in the US, most certainly. Dermaroller is a type of microneedling. This is a cosmetic procedure that involves a device with a lot of tiny needles that puncture the skin. So this is a controlled damage of the skin that is going to boost the production of collagen and elastin into the skin, but also studies are showing that it improves the penetration of your serums and actives and ingredients that you will apply on the skin 90%. So it can be used in order to improve the job of your skincare or any care that you will get from a professional environment, but also it is going to boost your own body to produce more collagen and elastin. So it is a very beneficial, in my opinion, type of treatment. The device that you might have treatment with might be called Dermapen, Skin Pen. There's different brands, and obviously they have different type of machines, but they all are mechanical type of devices. So the main difference is the sensation and how much damage you will have from the skin. When we talk about Dermaroller, you have to understand that these are your needles and they're going to penetrate under an angle, then they will move across and come out from this angle. So this is quite a big damage. When we talk about needles, because they move very quickly, they come under 90 degrees and they go out 90 degrees. So the damage of the skin is less. Now, there's might be much more channels, because there's only that many channels that you will be able to make by rolling your Dermaroller, while with, say, Dermapen, there might be hundreds, there might be thousands even for a minute, and this definitely makes a big difference. The other thing is that, yes, of course, the length of the needle is going to make a difference. While with the Dermapen, you might change the depth, with Dermaroller, the pressure is what will make the difference. And here, very likely, is going to happen some kind of mistake. Also, the dragging with the Dermaroller is going to damage much more the skin, while with the Dermapen done by professional, there won't be any dragging. That doesn't mean that your skin won't be bleeding, there won't be any bruising. There's always a risk of side effects. When we talk about prices, of course there will be a big difference. Here in UK, the Dermaroller might be 200-300, while the Dermapen might be 500-600. So this is definitely making a difference. Plus it depends if you will be having it only around the eyes, if you will be having it over the face, it will be face and neck, face, neck and décolletage. So all of this will make a difference. Usually when we are recommending to clients, we say that you need to have 5-6 treatments, and you will have them once every 4 to 6 weeks. So this is treatment that you will have for the next half a year. It's not one treatment. This is something that you have to bear in mind when we talk about timings and about expenses as well. Because if you have one treatment, you don't see difference, then you think it's not working, but it's not surprising that it didn't work that well. Plus, because your own body is working to improve your skin, also the difference is very gradual and very slow. So even when you finish with your course, your skin is going to keep improving within the few next months, as we are looking into how to keep this type of improvement. Once when you finish with your block sessions, you will have 2 to 3 sessions per year. So this is also expense that you have to keep on mind. This is a treatment that is going to improve concerns such as fine lines, wrinkles, lack of elasticity of the skin, sagginess as well. If you can hear me, it's because of my top. I didn't know should I film with this one or not, but I love so much the color because it's such a beautiful blue, and I do like the bells as well, so I hope you don't mind. When I move my hands, you can hear my bells. Now, let's go back on the skincare. Another reason why this treatment might be beneficial is because it is going to improve the penetration of your skincare or the professional care that you might get. So a lot of people think about their pores as the reason why they're looking enlarged because your body is producing more oil, but to be honest with you, huge part of the way that your pores are looking, whether they are looking enlarged or they are not, is playing the collagen and elastin into the skin. The more firm it is, the less visible they will be. Treatments like chemical peels, laser or IPL might not be very friendly towards people with deeper skin tone. While with the microneedling, it makes no difference whether you're Fitzpatrick 1 or 5 from point of view of the pigmentation definitely can be improved if you get some kind of microneedling, but also this is quite related with the fact what kind of products you will be using. A lot of places are advertising their microneedling for acne, but here there's a big maybe, and this is also a reason why you should not be having it yourself. If your acne is active, so if there's any pus fluids filled into the breakouts, then definitely you're not suitable for microneedling. If it's one pimple, this is not a reason to cancel your treatment because we can go around it. However, if we're looking for bacteria causing acne, you're only going to spread it if you do some kind of microneedling. As someone who's been performing microneedling for different type of clients and their concerns, I do have to say that when we talk about microneedling and scars, this is one of the best combination. I mean, because scars are not active inflammation, they are healthy skin. So the fact that you are damaging the skin and you are making it repair itself means that you will see huge improvement in scars. And if this is one of your concerns, thinking and having some kind of microneedling into professional environment is definitely something that you should consider. Because stretch marks are really type of scarring on the body, also with stretch marks you can treat them with microneedling. You can have this type of treatments not just for your face, you can have it for your neck, for your décolletage, for your arms. Say you have saggy arms, knees, also you can treat this. I mean, from point of view of lack of elasticity after giving birth, if you have troubles with your tummy, whether it's stretch marks or it's loosened skin, something like microneedling is going to improve your skin drastically. Another one actually that people don't talk that much about is alopecia, and to have microneedling is going to improve this type of condition because it is stimulating the blood flow. It might actually trigger hair follicles that were dormant up until this moment. It is going to improve also the condition of the skin of the scalp. So this is another type of treatment that is very suitable if this is one of your concerns. Can you have microneedling around the eyes? Yes, actually. Benefits that are including the microneedling there are better elasticity around the eyes, smoother skin, less puffiness. It might improve also the dark circles depending on the products that that will be used, and obviously on your skincare, as I already mentioned, you're creating tiny channels, so your skincare is going to go much deeper into the skin. So also, if you have quite translucent skin, so if you're someone very pale and your bags are not looking dark brown yellowish, but you can actually see the blood vessels underneath and they look more pinky and even blue, this is also something that might be improved with the help of microneedling. Once again, for 100th time, you do not do the microneedling, you go and have it done by a professional. When we book you in, usually the whole appointment is about an hour, might be over an hour as well. And in this case, people are reacting two ways. One, are terrified because they can't think 1 hour you will be in pain and there will be blood and needles everywhere, but this is not the case. And then the other one are disappointed because they feel like after having the whole treatment for 10-20 minutes will not do anything, so you want to have it for a very long time, which is also not going to happen. So the microneedling itself is 10-20 minutes. The reason why you have long treatment is because when you get to have your treatment, you will once again have a consultation. You will discuss what will be possible side effects, what will be the aftercare. If you have any other question, you will be explaining what is going to happen to your treatment. So all this time of communication, obviously, it will be part of your treatment, and it is very essential. The second part of your treatment actually is going to be the numbing cream. When you have microneedling in the salon environment or in clinic, you will have numbing cream and you will stay with it for 20-30 minutes. Then you will have a cleansing of the face, so all the cream and everything else will be cleansed from your skin, and then you will have the treatment itself. After the treatment, you might have a serum, you might have added another extra care or a treatment, but in each case you will have a moisturizer. Treatments that might be combined with your microneedling is PRP, or this is platelets rich plasma. So this is your vampire facial. Because your own blood contains a lot of platelets, it contains growth factors, it contains specialized proteins, and they are all helping with the healing. In some places like to apply it before the microneedling, in other after. Other places might combine radio frequency with your microneedling. Radio frequency is very gently heating the subdermal layers of the skin, so the extra heat with your microneedling is going to boost even better the production of collagen and elastin. And there's another type of devices which are actually combining lights. Usually it's infrared light with microneedling. Before you have your treatment, there's quite a few things that you have to bear in mind. First one is to stay away from places full with germs, so swimming pools, rivers, lakes, ocean. It's a good idea to stay away from them because the fact is that they are full with germs. Second thing that you might have to bear in mind is that you are not supposed to be taking any medication against inflammation at least 3 days before your treatment. If you have derma fillers or if you have Botox, you can still have microneedling, but your last treatment is supposed to be at least 3 weeks before you have the microneedling, and obviously 3 weeks after you had the microneedling, so you need a good gap in between them. You had to be away from sun or any strong light at least 2, I'll say probably better 3 weeks before and after your treatment as well. So no sunbathing, no sunbeds as well. All of those things are going to affect your skin. So your exfoliating ingredients, your retinol, you need to have at least 1 week gap that you did not apply anything of those when you have your treatment. If you're having something like waxing or you have electrolysis, then at least 1 week before the treatment you are not supposed to have them, and 1 week after the treatment also. That 48 hours after having your treatment you are not supposed to use makeup. You should apply SPF 50 and you have to be very careful with the sun exposure. the likelihood of having some kind of complication and a bit more negative results if you do the treatment yourself is much higher. So around 10 days takes for the skin to heal after your treatment, and it might feel tight and it might get flaky as well. So this is something that you have to bear in mind. How red you will get depends on the depth of the treatment that you will have. So if the needle are say 0.5 millimeters, you will have one damage of the skin. If they're deeper, another one. So obviously you might get more red. Whether you will bleed or not also depends on your skin sensitivity. But in most cases, within the next 12 hours, the redness will be much less. You have to bear in mind that you may not be perfect to go on the next day to work, say, because also, as I mentioned, no makeup within the next 48 hours. I am aware that it is very advertised that it is a pain-free treatment, but also the way that we feel pain is different. It is uncomfortable, for some it might be painful, and I'm not gonna say that it's not and it's pleasant. Yes, and some people do feel just a bit of pressure and that's it. For other, even though you get numbing cream, you still might feel like it is a painful treatment. And actually you might feel like your skin is a bit on fire and you might feel a bit painful for the next 2-3 days. As I already mentioned, bleeding and bruising, very common and much more likely to happen on areas like forehead, jawline, around the eyes and around the lip as well. There is always a risk of scarring, and if you're treating scars, obviously you don't want even more scars. If you're trying to treat keloid scars with something like this damaging the skin, this will have the absolutely reverse type of effect. So keloid scars are not something that you can actually treat at all with microneedling. So let's summarize why you are not supposed to have microneedling done by yourself or a friend at home. Your device is very unlikely to be sterilized. You can't really clean it before you use it the first time or any of the other times the same way that professional will do it in professional environment. You don't have the same equipment. You can't have numbing cream. Numbing creams are only with prescription only, so you'll get much more painful treatment. You don't know how to roll, so it's not just all over the place, because you will go too many times in the same area. You will just cut yourself, bleed, bruise, and etc. There is a way that you have to do it in order to cover all the area, but don't overdo it and damage the skin. Also, the material might be different. If it's something that gets blunt quite easily, you will just press and drag and hurt yourself much more likely. Also, the depth of the needle in devices that are for home care is different than the one which is for professional care. Some of them might be wider, some of them might be smaller. And obviously the big one is the simple fact that you may not be even suitable to have microneedling, and this is something that you need to have consultation. You need to have someone to have a look on you. As I said, microneedling is a journey, so to have someone that will support you, explain you, remind you things is very essential. And the last advice that I can give you is to take a picture. It's so rewarding to see before, during, when you finish all the treatment, and actually 6 months after you finish the treatment, because you can see the difference that is happening. Your body is working very hard, it is regenerating, and the more you stare, the more unlikely is to see the difference. But when you can see the images before and you check yourself in the mirror, say 3 months later, you will be very surprised from the difference. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up, share it, and consider subscribing to the channel. Find me and follow me in social media as well for more beauty content. I hope I'll see you next week, and have a lovely day.